कुरुक्षेत्र यानी कुरुओं का क्षेत्र, यह उतना ही प्राचीन है जितना संपूर्ण भारत का इतिहास। सरस्वती नदी के दक्षिण में बसा यह क्षेत्र पूर्व हड़प्पा काल से ही कई सभ्यताओं का निवास स्थान रहा है। The history of the area in which Kurukshetra district lies can trace back dimly at times to the ancient Aryan past. According to Dr. R.C. Majumdar, it was a religious cultural center even before the immigration of Aryans into India. Thanesar, sometimes called Thaneshwar and archaically Thaneshwara, is a historic town in the state of Haryana. It is located in Kurukshetra district, approximately 160 kilometers northwest of Delhi. The city was known to the Rig Veda after its sacred tank Saranyavat, now called Brahmasarovar. According to stories of Itihasa, Lord Brahma created the universe from the land of Kurukshetra after a huge yajna. The Brahmasarovar here is believed to be the cradle of civilization. The Sarovar is also mentioned in the 11th century memoirs of Al-Biruni called Kitab al-Hind. It is also mentioned in Mahabharata, citing its use by Duryodhan to hide himself underwater on the concluding day of the war. It seems that Kurukshetra was included in the empire of Kushanas, whose rule in northern India extends as far as Mathura and Varanasi. During the Gupta period, Kurukshetra developed for the first time into a seat of political power. The royal seat was called Sthaneshwara after its famous deity who was worshipped by ruling dynasty of the Pushyabhutis. Because of its special geographical and strategic location, the district of Kurukshetra had to bear the brunt of Turk invaders of Ghazni who were determined to capture Delhi. Thanesar was one of the centers of the earliest sect of Sufis, the Chishtis, the Naqshbandis and the Qadariyas. Sheikh Jehli was another great saint who gave prominence to Thanesar as a center of Sufi activity. According to Tazkirat-e-Awliya, Hazrat Sheikh Jehli was an Irani saint who came to India to meet Hazrat Qutb Jalaluddin at Thanesar and died here. He was buried in the tomb now popularly known as Sheikh Jehli's Maqbara. It is a beautiful piece of Mughal architecture, not yet on the popular list of monuments to visit in India. This hidden gem is an ideal spot to visit and soak in the details of Mughal architecture without swarms of people or long queues. The Madarsa of Sheikh Jehli is the most impressive of all the madrasas that survived from Mughal times. The elegant tomb of Sheikh forms part of the madrasa. The part of the building used as madrasa is composed of a courtyard surrounded by an arcade with 9 arches to a side. The madrasa was entered through 2 gateways, one near the northern corner of western wall and other on the eastern wall. Entry today is possible only through the eastern gate, which is approached from the main road by a ramp. This madrasa is completely made of bricks. The tomb in this complex is approached by flights of stairs in the northeast and northwest corners. The platform on which the tomb stands measures higher than the floor of madrasa. The walls of the platform have 12 octagonal chhatri pavilions. The dome of each chhatri was originally adorned with variegated glazed tiles. Most of the tile work has disappeared, but traces of blue, purple and green can still be seen. In the mid of terrace sits an octagonal platform. It was once outlined with post and trellis work carved in hexagonal patterns. An elegant flowered pinnacle marks each corner of the building, which is crowned with a pear-shaped dome resting on a circular drum. The tomb has two graves, but they are not the actual sarcophagi. These are octagonal vault beneath the floor of the tomb. Alexander Cunningham also dated both the tomb and madrasa at Thanesar to about 1650. Sheikh Chilli is said to have been a Sufi saint and a beloved teacher of Dara Shikoh, the eldest son of Shah Jahan. This connection might explain this impressive monument, which houses two tombs, a madrasa, a masjid and a garden. However, Sheikh Chilli having any connection with Dara Shikoh's spiritual master is a matter of speculation by scholars. According to a travel account, Sair-e-Punjab, written between 1850 and 1859, Sheikh Chilli alias Abdul Karim was one of Akbar's wazirs. Later, he renounced the world to meditate and perform a chilla. But in fact, Abdul Karim was not Akbar's wazir. He was Diwan of Dara Shikoh and an administrator, pure and simple. It is unlikely, therefore, that a madrasa could have been built to commemorate Abdul Karim. हालांकि शेख चिली के विषय में बेहद ही कम जानकारी मौजूद है, परंतु ऐसा माना जाता है कि ये कादरिया सिलसिला से संबंध रखते थे। इनका उपनाम चिली जाहिर तौर पर चहली का एक भ्रष्ट संस्करण है, जिसका अर्थ फारसी में 40 होता है और यह चिला 40 दिन के उपवास के अनुष्ठान को इंगित करता है। There are elements of different Mughal styles, such as the octagonal tomb, which continues from Akbar's reign. The tomb and the adjacent mosque, situated in an elevated walled compound, are built of buff stone, which was a common alternative for the expensive red sandstone and white marble. The white marble tomb, sitting atop the sandstone structure, is its distinguishing feature, as well as its placement in a charbagh layout. The tomb and its central chamber has the cenotaph of Sheikh Chilli with marble arches and equiside lattice work around it. The smaller tomb is said to have been of his wife and other graves those of family members. The presence of sarai close by, presumably built by Sher Shah Suri, indicates that the Grand Trunk Road had passed by the tomb. It was an ancient trade and travel route for around 2500 years, linking the Indian subcontinent with Central Asia. It was around 2400 km long and was also known as Uttarapat, Sadak-e-Azam or Badshahi Sadak. Sheikh Chilli's tomb and the surrounding complex might not have been received the kind of fame as other Mughal monuments of its time, but for architecture lovers and history buffs, it still remains a fascinating sight.